We've all seen the stiff, distant portraits of England's rulers, but what did they actually look like? Today, we're using cutting-edge AI to resurrect the most iconic rulers of England, from the hidden face of Elizabeth I to the notorious wives of Henry VIII. These are no longer just paintings. Watch closely, because history is finally looking back. Number 1. Elizabeth I. Born in 1533, Elizabeth was declared illegitimate after her mother Anne Boleyn's execution. She survived plots, imprisonment, and her sister Mary's persecution to claim the throne in 1558 at 25. For 45 years, she ruled alone, refusing marriage, playing European powers against each other, and transforming England into a naval empire. She defeated the Spanish Armada, sponsored Shakespeare's era, and established England as a Protestant nation. She died in 1603 at 69, the last Tudor monarch, the bastard daughter who became England's greatest queen. Number 2. Henry VIII. Born in 1491, Henry became king in 1509. Young, handsome, athletic, and devout. But his obsession with a male heir consumed him. When the Pope refused to annul his marriage to Catherine of Aragon, Henry shattered Christendom. He created the Church of England, dissolved monasteries, seized their wealth, and declared himself supreme head of the church. 6 wives, 2 beheaded, 3 marriages annulled, 1 survived him. He died in 1547 at 55, obese, paranoid, and diseased. The Renaissance prince who became a tyrant chasing an heir. Number 3. Anne Boleyn. Born around 1501, Anne captivated Henry VIII with her wit, charm, and refusal to become his mistress. Their obsession triggered the English Reformation. Henry broke from Rome, divorced Catherine, and married Anne in 1533. But she gave him Elizabeth, not the son he craved. 3 years later, desperate and paranoid, Henry fabricated charges of adultery, treason, and even incest. May 19, 1536, Anne was beheaded at the Tower of London at just 35. The queen who reshaped a nation, destroyed by the king who loved her. Number 4. Catherine of Aragon. Born in 1485, Catherine married Henry VIII's brother Arthur, who died within months. She then wed Henry in 1509, becoming Queen of England. For 24 years, she was his loyal wife, bearing 6 children. Only Mary survived, but Henry wanted a son, and Anne Boleyn. Catherine refused to accept annulment, calling herself Henry's true wife until her death. Her defiance forced Henry to break from Rome and create the Church of England. She died in 1536 at 50, still claiming her crown. The discarded queen who accidentally sparked a revolution. Number 5. Mary I of England. Born in 1516, Mary watched her mother Catherine cast aside, was declared illegitimate, and saw her country torn from Rome. When she finally claimed the throne in 1553 at 37, she was determined to restore Catholicism. For 5 years, Mary burned nearly 300 Protestants at the stake, earning her infamous nickname. She married Spanish Philip II. England hated him. She suffered phantom pregnancies while losing Calais, England's last French territory. She died childless in 1558 at 42, broken and despised, the traumatized daughter who became England's most hated queen. Number 6. Richard III. Born in 1452, Richard was a loyal brother to Edward IV until Edward's death in 1483. Then everything changed. Richard declared Edward's sons illegitimate, seized the throne, and imprisoned the boy princes in the Tower of London. They were never seen again. For 2 years, Richard ruled competently, but suspicion haunted him. Child murderer or Tudor propaganda victim? History still debates. August 22, 1485. Richard died fighting at Bosworth Field, the last English king killed in battle. His body, lost for 500 years, found beneath a parking lot in 2012. Number 7. Mary, Queen of Scots. Born in 1542, Mary became Scotland's queen at 6 days old. Raised in France, she returned to Scotland in 1561, a Catholic monarch ruling Protestant subjects. 3 husbands, 1 murdered, 1 probably murdered by her second. Constant scandal. Forced to abdicate in 1567, she fled to England seeking cousin Elizabeth's protection. Instead, Elizabeth imprisoned her for 19 years. Mary became the focus of every Catholic plot against England's throne. February 8, 1587. Elizabeth signed her death warrant. Mary was beheaded at 44. The rival queen Elizabeth couldn't ignore or forgive. Number 8. Jane Seymour. Born around 1508, Jane served as lady-in-waiting to both Catherine of Aragon and Anne Boleyn. Meek, obedient, the opposite of Anne, exactly what Henry craved after the drama. They married 11 days after Anne's execution in May 1536. October 12, 1537, Jane finally delivered the son Henry desperately needed, Edward. England celebrated. Henry wept with joy. 12 days later, Jane died of childbed fever at 29. Henry buried her at Windsor. His only wife he called his true queen, the one who succeeded by dying young. Number 9. Henry VII. Born in 1457, Henry Tudor had a distant claim to the throne. But after the Wars of the Roses consumed England for 30 years, anyone was better than continued chaos. August 22, 1485, he defeated Richard III at Bosworth Field and seized the crown. He married Elizabeth of York, uniting Lancaster and York, finally ending the Civil War. For 24 years, Henry ruled with ruthless efficiency, hoarding gold, crushing rebellions, establishing the Tudor Dynasty. He died in 1509 at 52, leaving England stable and his son Henry VIII wealthy. The unlikely king who traded war for peace and roses for gold. Number 10. Charles I. Born in 1600, Charles became king in 1625. Convinced God had chosen him to rule absolutely, he dissolved Parliament repeatedly, imposed illegal taxes, and pushed religious reforms that enraged Puritans. By 1642, England erupted into civil war. Royalists versus parliamentarians. Charles lost. Captured, tried for treason against his own people, unprecedented. Charles refused to recognize the court's authority. January 30th, 1649. He was beheaded outside Whitehall Palace at 48. The only English monarch executed by his own subjects. Divine right died with him. History is no longer just paint and canvas. Which of these 10 faces surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. If you want to see more legends brought back to life, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next revival.